I'm 67. I thought losing desire, weak mornings, and low energy were just part of aging. Until I tried chewing one tiny spice. No pills. No prescriptions. Just one clove a day. What happened next shocked me, and it's backed by science. I never thought I'd be the kind of man searching for ways to feel like himself again. At 67, I had accepted the slow fade, the weak mornings, the lost interest, the quiet frustration that I never spoke about. Not even to my wife. I still loved her. I still wanted that connection. But my body, it just didn't answer anymore. Not the way it used to. But what scared me most was how quietly it all faded. No warning. No explanation. Just gone. I tried telling myself it was normal. You're getting older. I'd think, it's just part of life. But deep down, I didn't feel done. I didn't feel broken. I felt like something inside me was still there, just stuck. And then one morning, over coffee with an old friend, a retired pharmacist, actually, I mentioned it. Half joking. Half desperate. He leaned in, smiled, and said, "Have you ever tried chewing a clove?" I laughed. Like the spice. Exactly. He said, "Tiny. Brown. Looks useless, but don't let it fool you." I thought he was joking. But what he handed me next changed everything. It wasn't a bottle. It wasn't a prescription. He handed me a small glass jar with a handful of cloves and said, "Chew 2 of these. Once a day. For a month. Don't skip." So I did. The first day. The taste hit me like a surprise punchworm. Spicy. Sharp. But something else happened. 2. About 20 minutes later, I felt circulation. Not just tingling, but a gentle, steady warmth in my lower body. It wasn't dramatic, but it was real. That night, I slept deeper than I had in weeks. And for the first time in a long time, I felt hopeful. Curious. I started reading. Turns out, clove contains something called eugenol, a natural oil that's been used for centuries to boost blood flow. And not just anywhere. Exactly where older men need it most. See, after 60, your blood vessels, especially the small ones that supply your manhood, begin to stiffen. Years of sugar, stress, inflammation, and bad habits catch up. And when blood can't flow well, performance suffers. What clove does, thanks to eugenol, is act as a natural vasodilator. It helps your blood vessels relax and open up again. Not with chemicals. Not with pressure. But gently. Naturally. That's why chewing whole cloves, not swallowing capsules. Not sprinkling powder is the key. When you bite into the clove and let it sit in your mouth, the oils absorb directly through your soft tissue. No waiting. No digestion. It hits your bloodstream almost instantly. And within minutes, your body starts remembering how it used to feel. By day 7, I wasn't just sleeping better. I was waking up with something I hadn't felt in a long time. Morning wood. Not every day. Not full strength, but enough to make me pause in the bathroom mirror and smile. And more than that, I felt calmer. More grounded. Like my body wasn't fighting me all the time. Turns out, clove also contains beta-caryophyllene, a compound that interacts with receptors in your brain responsible for calming your nervous system. Less stress, lower cortisol, higher testosterone. I wasn't chasing youth. I was reclaiming my calm, my confidence, my chemistry. I didn't know the science back then. I just knew I was sleeping deeper. I had more patience. I wasn't snapping at little things. And I was beginning to feel like myself again. By week 2, something changed between me and my wife. We weren't just coexisting. We were connecting again. Sitting closer on the couch. Reaching for each other at night. And when the moment came, I responded. Fully. Naturally. Confidently. Not because of a pill, but because something deep inside me had started working again. And this time, it wasn't temporary. It felt real. At day 30, I went back to that friend, the one who gave me the cloves. I shook his hand and said, "You gave me more than a spice. You gave me myself back." He just smiled and said, "Now you see why they called it the warrior's spice. I'm not here to promise magic. This isn't some miracle cure. But here's what I've learned. The body remembers how to heal. It just needs the right trigger. Clove, for me, was that trigger. Not just for blood flow, but for confidence. Calm. Connection. So if you're wondering if it's too late, maybe your body's just waiting for a signal. So, how do you actually use clove the right way? Here's the method that worked for me and for many other men I've since shared it with. Take 2 or 3 whole cloves not powdered. Not oil. Just the dried buds. Place them between your back teeth and gently bite down until they crack open. Don't chew right away. Let the oils sit and mix with your saliva for about 30 seconds. That's when the eugenol starts absorbing through your mouth tissue straight into your bloodstream. Then chew slowly for another 30 seconds. You can spit out the remains or swallow them, your choice. Best time to do it. For me, it was about an hour before bed. It helped me relax, sleep deeper, and wake up feeling stronger. But some men chew it first thing in the morning to jumpstart the day. No pills. No appointments. Just 60 seconds in your kitchen. And the results. More than just performance, it's the return of confidence, of connection, of feeling like a man again. So if you're still wondering whether it's worth trying, let your body decide. 1 minute, 1 clove. That's how I started. Now it's your turn. Let's see what wakes up in you.